Southern California and the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Dolphins in control of the football as we get back to the action in the first quarter. This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on fourth down. They snap it to Fields. He's got him in. Complete. Down the right sideline. All the way in for a Miami touchdown. Raheem Mostert, 67 yards. And the Dolphins' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. That certainly went against the traditional ways of playing football, but who cares? Look at the result. Big touchdown.
They went for it on their own side of the 50. So there's conservative, there's aggressive, and there's really aggressive, which is what we just saw there. Tip of the cap to them.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. It's Dolphins football here as we begin the second quarter. As they've got it as we resume action. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. From his end zone, here's Darius Davis. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Chargers offense back onto the field. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. A little short pass. This is Everett. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll leave them with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Now Herbert off the bootleg. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return, and it'll be Dolphin football. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there is never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one. That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
That might be the 3rd down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here we go on 4th down. Fields. And going deep for Hill. And it's knocked away and incomplete. What a real head-scratcher there. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. play action. It's Herbert. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. Here's Herbert. Did he get the feet down? Yes! Touchdown! Gerald Everett, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Chargers have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Berrios going to bring this out of the end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. So now here come the Dolphins. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw on the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. H.A. on 1st and 10. And he'll get it down to the 47 here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
Options galore here, 2nd and a few inches. To throw is Fields. They set up the screen to H.A. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. Down to about the 22 here.
Holding offense.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down. That reception, his 600th NFL catch. Congratulations. I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Running right, here's A-Chain. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Fields. And that is incomplete. Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game. That time, unable to find the completion.
Yeah, just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try to get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Dancing to his left. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Sanders' kick is good, and that moves him up by a touchdown now at 17-10. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Taken at the goal line. Davis fighting. He loses the football. And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
Ball security eluded him. Sanders' kick is good, and the Dolphins will add on to their lead. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
So barring a touchback, this likely the final act of the half as the kick is away. Well, now how about this return? So we've reached halftime here. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Berrios now from his end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back, and he's able to get up here to the 26. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of you.
Nowhere for Fields to turn, and down he goes. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. And they are going for it. Fields. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Big strides. Look at him go. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. O.J. Howard, 79 yards. And the Dolphins are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Fields trying to throw for it. Rolling to his right. And he will get into the end zone to bump the lead up to 3 scores. And with a successful 2-point try, the QB rolling out, I would imagine on the defense that makes it tough. When he goes out, he's got the option to run or pass.
Yeah, it really does. If you decide not to bring extra people or extra pressure, maybe you have to have a spy on the quarterback, someone to account for him, because oftentimes that is the unaccounted for player.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Now we'll look at the Chargers offense. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. On first down, Justin Herbert. And his throw here is incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw going into the hands of Williams. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Here's Herbert. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week one as your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is just depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 43 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. Herbert off of play action. Into the hands of Williams across the formation. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Austin Eckler taking it in from 7. And the Chargers get a bit closer. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Dolphins offense returning to the field. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And this drive will begin with a run from H.A. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30. Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
He'll let this go deep for Waddle. Oh, a first mistake for him in the ball game as it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that, not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now, if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
From the 35, here's 2nd down and a yard. Back to throw here, Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a 1st down. Play action this time for Justin Herbert. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener.
Baylor Tigers! Baylor Tigers! Ready!
Again, Herbert. He's got a man. That's Keenan Allen. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he will reach the 8-yard line. convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on. Back now at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
Crowd right.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. This is caught. That's good for a gain of 6, 2nd and goal.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. So it looks like somebody may have forgotten the snap count, and a 5-yard penalty ensues.
Ball start. Offense.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Herbert back to the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. And that catch, he just hit number 800 in his NFL career.
And just think, that puts you in top 35 range all time in the NFL in terms of number of catches. One significant guy in that number, Shannon Sharp.
He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. A 3-yard touchdown pass, and the Chargers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
I don't know about you, but I can't wait for a few years of 2-point tries and see what the data tells us, because a lot of teams want to throw the ball in this situation. This time, unsuccessfully. I just wonder if maybe running the ball might be the way to go.
With it moved up from the 3 to the 2, you would think maybe a few more attempts at running.
I think stats over time may bear out that running the ball will at least be the equal of throwing it in that situation.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And wrangled down quickly just past the 40 at the 41. A give up the middle to H.A. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 7. Fields. Escaping the pressure right. His throw incomplete.
Martin, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays, because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down, Fields buying time to his left. Down the left sideline. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Here's a toss left for H.A. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. This defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in, and all you're doing when you're talking to your defense.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Tyreek Hill. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. They'll try and throw for it. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more.
Well, after that, it's not hard to see where the momentum is pointing, because it's squarely on his side after a heads-up play to jog that one in for another 2 points.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the fourth quarter. This drive becomes very critical. Herbert on first down now. He finds his target, Allen. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. On 1st and 10, Herbert. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 28-yard line. But with the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That'll put him close to 100 yards receiving. He's at 98, and he's got a first down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10. This is caught by Waddle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Call that a very strong gain of 24. That one looks like he'll throw here. Sliding out of the pocket. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, here's a classic second guess. I thought he had a better chance of a positive play if he just ran it himself. The coverage downfield was really good. That one falls incomplete.
Now their 31-year-old running back, Raheem Mostert. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On first down, Fields. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. He'll buy some time right. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now the Chargers will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. Now Fields. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Yeah, offenses always try to be smart about when they're trying to dial up a screen to the running back because they understand you can only go to the well so many times in the game without the defense starting to anticipate the call.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg. Making the catch, the running back, Raheem Mostert. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Dolphins. Raheem Mostert, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Dolphins have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So now the Dolphin offense will stay out there as they'll go for 2. Fields trying to throw for it. It's complete. The third time wasn't a charm. They got the first two-point tries, still have the lead, but couldn't get the third.
Okay, so they didn't get this one, but I have to ask you, what matchup are they seeing that they feel that confident to go for two so often?
Yeah, we talk about this a lot, but it has to be something, you're right, that they saw all week, correct?
Definitely game planned for, felt good about being aggressive and going for it, and right up until that one, they'd gotten 2 for 2.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's second down. Here's Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Williams. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And that one complete to his receiver, Palmer. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Herbert now. That is caught. It's Williams. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 37. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock.
Go.
Herbert throwing again. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another first down.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a halt. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Herbert. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. They'll get this over the middle here to Palmer. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record, but everyone's going to have to build on.
It's like I've been smooth for so long, I'm trying to get rough. Buffing my nails, dog, I'm trying to get buff. Shaping my beard up, I'm liking the scruff. The hills, cause I'm living my life in the cut. Can't imagine that I'm gonna meet my wife in the club. We gon' see though, I feel like she more of a CEO. Or maybe she doing volunteer work in Rio. It's not like I need her, but I would love to meet her. Another day, another dollar, another phone with another feature. I don't play goalie, but I'm my brother's keeper.
I've been going hard from the night into the daylight, telling them all that yesterday's price is not the same price. Eating up wings for breakfast, I can tell you what it tastes like. Wake up and I see red and I still don't got no brake lights. Yeah, feeling super fly. I look in the mirror, see ambition in my eyes. Got more than one formula, they love the way I drive. Yeah, I've been apprised, there's no need to be surprised.